So remember, Big Maths Beat That is just one small part of the Big Maths approach. This video looks at implementing the CLIC challenges, and CLIC is the child's core numeracy journey as they come through school, all the essential facts and knowledge and concepts that they need. And if you implement the CLIC challenges right, the children will have a lot of fun watching their scores go up. And you'll also be transferring all of their new concepts and skills into their long-term memory. And also you'll be able to see any learning gaps as children journey through school. It gives you enormous transparency to see exactly what's going on in each class and across the school as well. There are 19 different CLIC challenges, and so the first job for the teacher really is to work out which CLIC challenge the child is on. 19 progressive challenges. I have a child, what CLIC challenge are they on? So I can start off with a nice easy one, might give the child CLIC 10 and they may get 10 out of 10 straight away. So immediately I'd say to them, have a go at CLIC 11. They may also get 10 out of 10 straight away, and I might say, oh, have a go at CLIC 12. Now if they get 5 out of 10, I would stop and I want to record that. This child is on CLIC 12 and they're getting 5 out of 10. I can also begin to look at this table to see if they are on track, linked into curriculum age-related expectations. It may well be that the child is on track, in which case I just need to respond by planning to keep the child on track. However, if the child is off track, if they're below where they should be, then that also invites the teacher to respond by plugging those gaps. And these are very specific gaps. If a child can't do this question and we expect them to, then we can see also where that question sits in the CLIC framework, which is a framework of steps that we use to journey all children through school with their numeracy progression. So I can begin to teach around next steps for that child until they get that question right, and I watch their score go up, and I would keep doing that until that child is back on track. And the more I do that, the more I can see the percentage of children in my class that are on track. So I'd constantly want to be plugging those gaps and making sure that that percentage goes up until 100% of children, without a genuine learning difficulty for maths, 100% of those children are on track and stay on track as they journey through school. You could also move on to using Big Maths Online. With Big Maths Online, the teacher can put the child's score in each week on their teacher dashboard. And if you put the child's score in each week, then what happens is that the next week you come in, you can just simply click on the button that says Print CLIC Challenges, and automatically it will print out the whole class's CLIC challenges, each sheet with the child's name on, with last week's score, even though they might be on different CLIC challenges. So that would really speed things up for teachers. Some schools have the teachers inputting at the question level every week, and that's fantastic because what it means is you get a graph like this, which is a question level analysis. Let's say, for example, that you're looking for children to finish CLIC 12 at the end of this term. Now, you can see on this graph that the information you'll get is for the whole class, for all of those 10 questions, and you can see there, for example, with question 7. There's 80% of children in this class that are getting that question right. And if we rest our clicker on the top proportion, the children that aren't getting it right, we can actually see the individual names of those children. We can also see which question that is and where that question sits in the CLIC framework. So if we want to, we can go in and begin to teach around that curriculum detail for that very specific group of children, plug those gaps and get those children back on track as well. Some schools have children coming in using Big Maths Online on personal devices, and the child has their CLIC challenge in front of them on their screen and they fill in their answers, which means that the teacher still gets all of this essential information. All this failure-free intervention that's going to be taking place is all triggered by this question level graph. But in that situation, the teacher doesn't have any sheets, they don't have any marking. It's very light touch where things are going well, but heavy touch, and the teacher can get in there and sort it out where things aren't going so well. So that might be something for the future for you to consider. Anyway, that's the second part of Big Maths Beat That, the CLIC challenges.